With metal, it's something that I'm always gonna make. I always want to play it on stage. It's a passion of mine that is never gonna go away. But it doesn't come out of emotion for me. It's like, it's just something that I enjoy doing. I'm not an angry person, it doesn't come out of anger. With this band, it is emotional. Everything is emotion here. The last couple of years have been like the darkest times and the most positive times, and that's when this whole record has been made. Are we letting it all out here? You wanna know about my shit? Yeah. Like, for real though, like, because like there's a lot of things about this band that make it what it is for me, as far as the dark times and things in my life as well. Okay. A couple years ago, I got injured, you know, high and drunk, drugs, alcohol, everything, to being in a hospital bed, surgeries, and having to pull off tours and things like that. And that was like one of the lower times of my life. And the thing was, I went home and wrote a song off this record. And I was on Instagram just seeing what was going on. I was stuck in a bed. I'd like shoot myself with shots all day to like make sure my blood stayed thin and not get blood clots. I really messed myself up. I saw Nick on Instagram. We'd been friends for a long time, from touring on Mayhem with his band City in the Sea and my band Born of Osiris. And we'd been friends forever, and it was refreshing to see somebody that was inspired by the same kind of music. And
lo and behold, one day I get a text from Lee and he says, "Hey man, what's all the music you're working on? What are you up to? What's going on with the band?"
I just wrote him, I was like, hey, let's have fun and make music together. I just like to make music all the time. I'm kind of a workaholic when it comes to music. He was doing the same thing. So we started sending music back and forth to each other.
And you know, really started layering each other's songs up with guitar parts and really just kind of realizing that the vibe was there and we shared a very similar vision. Then my best friend Conor, who I've known since 2nd grade and also played drums in City in the Sea, I told Lee, I said, "Hey man, this is the only guy that's right for the job."
He called me one day telling me about the project, telling me that he may be interested in having me come aboard. And I wouldn't let him get off the phone until he sent me the demos. That's how bad I wanted the position. And ever since then, it's just been magic. I mean, when we went to the studio in Michigan, just Lee, Nick, and I, it was the most magical experience in the studio I've ever had. Everyone was happy, everyone was, you know, bouncing off each other and working ideas, and it was just really productive and just beautiful, beautiful experience.
So we decided to release via Sumerian Records Facebook and YouTube a song without vocals, and we decided that we would make it a mystery as to who was in the band, and we would try vocalists out. Anyone could try out. They just wrote into this email, did their submission.
The whole time we were writing the record, I tried my best to keep in mind that, of course, this was going to be a record that had a vocalist on it. It wasn't going to be, you know, an instrumental guitar record or anything of that sort. I wanted to show what I could do, but I also wanted to leave a lot of room for what the most important part of a song is, and that's the vocals. And the second Devin's came on, you know, we kind of looked at each other, we had that feeling, you know, it makes your heart flutter when you hear music that's awesome. It makes you feel something.
And then one day we were looking at the auditions and we saw this guy, Devin Barrus, and he immediately jumped out at us. It was like the first 10 seconds of the song, we were hooked, you know, we couldn't stop listening.
The first thing that I saw was I actually had some friends tag me in the video on social media, on Facebook. Instantly I was like, wow, this is cool, this has something to it. Instrumentally it grooved, and it was just really easy to write to. It was interesting because I had kind of come to a standstill, I feel like, in some of the things I was involved with, but I saw it as an opportunity too, and something that could be cool to kind of branch out and get into a different world of the small box that I was living in the local scene. And I went and watched some of the other videos that had been put out from the other contestants and stuff, and I was like, this is definitely something that I can try and get involved with. And, you know, being involved in other projects too, I was like, I don't know if this will jeopardize it or not, but at the same time, like, it's kind of a shot in the dark. You never know with a competition, you know, you just kind of take a chance and see how it goes. I had some speculations, but honestly, I had no idea who was involved in this. That didn't matter as much as just the fact that the music spoke to me and that it was cool.
So for this band, everything comes from happiness and sadness, and it comes out through me musically. And there's nothing wrong with the way I do metal, I don't think. It's my passion for, you know, over 10 years to do that. But with this band, it's complete emotion, and it's like, it pulls demons out of me, and it pulls happiness out of me, and I think that's the most special part about this band.